I am super, super late to this one, but to be fair, there are worse things that I could be late to. This is new to NYX and it is their Butter Melt Bronzer. That's right, you heard that correctly. Bronzer, even though it's very pink toned. I have to say a massive thanks to Point Click Vibes. As you can see, her watermark is there, but she sent this on to me a couple of days ago, but I've just been up to my eyeballs. So let's discuss this. So this was only available for a hot minute because it's already sold out. I checked out NYX's own website and you can't find it for love nor money. In true NYX fashion, this is extremely affordable. It's $10 and you're getting 5 grams of product, so definitely value for money. And there are 8 shades, and this is where I get a little bit confused because maybe it's just me, but this doesn't look very bronzer-esque to me. However, that is all going to depend upon somebody's skin tones, because what may be a bronzer on me may not be a bronzer on somebody else. So I'm wondering if this has been formulated with very specific skin tones in mind, and if that's the case, then fair play. To me, this looks almost more like a neutrally blush, which fair, I mean, not bad at all. They've also advertised that this includes mango butter, shea butter and almond butter. Now, all of these are basically there for moisturising, but I mean, you're not going to get a huge amount of that working for your skin on a bronzer. So I assume it's just more to kind of get it to mesh with the rest of your makeup. The shades themselves are really, really pretty. Do I think that they would be a bronzer for me? No, but they may be a bronzer for somebody else. Irrespective of that though, I think they're actually very nice shades, and NYX in general do very, very good formulas. Thankfully, they've provided some before and after pictures so we can have an idea of what they look like on application, because I mean, swatches are great, but when it comes to things like blushes, bronzers, highlights, etc., it's better to actually see them applied as you would generally use them. And I think here you can see a few of them are functioning as bronzer, but then there are a few that look a little bit more like blush to me. I mean, that one in the top right corner, I don't know about you guys, but to me that looks more like a blush. But maybe that's just me. And here again, you can kind of see that for some of the models, it definitely is acting as a bronzer. So this is where I'm thinking that maybe this is made with specific undertones in mind, which kudos. I think that's very, very smart. But then for others, it's kind of working more as a sort of a contour, because obviously contour has to be more cool toned. And this is kind of the vibe that this is giving me. So the model up at the top right hand corner and down at the bottom left hand corner, it does kind of look like it's more of a contour than a bronzer per se. I have to say I'm quite intrigued. The tones are not what I would normally kind of pair with bronzer, but who knows? Again, I'd love to have an MUA chime in. What do you guys think? I am but a makeup enthusiast, so I tend to think of these things as they would apply for me. But the tones in general, absolutely stunning. So I think one way or the other, if you actually like look at this and go, I would like this to use for whatever, I think it's going to be pretty good. NYX are very, very good value and they're pretty darn good quality for the money as well. So I am interested, but I also have this thing with the phrase butter melt. It's a whole thing. I hate it. I don't know, I'm kind of intrigued by this and I'd love to see it applied on somebody who has the same sort of undertones as me, just because I am nosy. But let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this? Do you hope that this comes to you? Would you try it? I'm intrigued.